Good afternoon. I'm Tina Laster and you're at Laster Farm. Today we have a few things that need to be harvested. Our cabbage, the cabbage worms are taking over, and so a majority of them are big enough to go ahead and for us to cut. And we also have some squash we need to take a look at. And our onions, we need to harvest some of our onions because they're already laying over. And I've already harvested some green beans. It's probably enough for about 2 pints of green beans that I'll be able to put into, make some dilly beans with. Here we go. Let's get started cutting these cabbage. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one right here. We're gonna harvest them off, and then we're just gonna take the extra leaves from the cabbage and we're just going to feed those to our pigs. We have 2 pony cones and they would love to have this as a treat. And like I said, the worms have really started working on them. But that's a pretty good size head of cabbage. Look at that. Yeah, you can. And so we'll probably get these put into some, can up some, I don't really do kraut, but I like to do this like a slaw, a vinegar slaw. I can it up and it's wonderful. I think that one's ready.
I think both of these are ready.
Okay. Let's see. Might need to go ahead and get this one because the worms look like they're about to take it over. They are doing great. That is a good size head of cabbage. I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this one because, like I said, the worms are taking this one over. And we do not want them to eat up a whole head of cabbage. It's a little small. Still a good eating size. I'm gonna leave that one. It looks like the worms have really gotten into this one, so I'm gonna cut it as well. I might need to go ahead and harvest all of them just so I can save the worms from eating them.
Tearing that up.
I'm thinking about we might need to harvest them all because the worms, I went ahead and harvested this one because the worms are really trying to eat them up. That's a 6 right there.
We'll put them all in this and just take them over for Rufus.
Okay. These right here though, I hate to go ahead and pull these, but
We'll try to leave them for a while.
I just don't want the worms to eat them up.
Keep a watch over them.
Okay. There we go. Well, we've got 6 harvested, and the time I get ready to can those, these other ones may be ready. I'm gonna just put those in the fridge for a couple of days.
And you got a bed ready to replant.
Yes. And we will definitely have to think about what we're putting in this bed. I would like to sow some collards or something like that.
Spinach.
Or spinach. Yeah, spinach would be good, wouldn't it?
It turned out pretty good for that cabbage, didn't it?
I know it. I have kicked myself and just been so worried about my cabbage since I made that mistake of putting that plastic over them. Because I mean, when I saw them, the leaves looked like this after I took that plastic off. So I'm glad that they popped back okay. Now this one, it is heading up a little bit, but I don't look for it to do that much. And these look like Brussels sprouts. But you can still probably cut these leaves off and saute those up with some bacon, and I'm sure they would be good if they weren't so bitter.
Is that all of them?
Puppy's yelping. I think so. I think we're going to leave these on. Let me grab these leaves right here.
Oh, Rufus is
Off
going
of
to love
this
me.
We've got a Coney Coon male. His name is Rufus, and he's just a big old sweet pet. And we just definitely want to fatten that boy up. Keep him fat. Okay, so we have a small one here, and it looks like we have a, I don't know about this plant. And then we've got one about this big right there and right there. So we have 3 that are headed up nicely. That one's trying, and these other 2, they're not. And the rest of this, if we have to feed it to Rufus, you know, we just recycle it. So that's not going to be too bad. But we did end up with 6 beautiful heads of cabbage. So I'm excited about that. So now let's take one of our baskets and let's go check out our squash. And I'm gonna move the camera over. Okay, that looks like it needed some water or something, didn't it? Okay, I'm gonna start on this plant over here. This has got the zucchini in it. Okay, when I planted these squash, I planted them, the pack that I had was just a mixed summer blend of zucchini and yellow squash. So I didn't really know how many plants I was getting of each. But I don't think I have too many plants of zucchini. I know this one is a zucchini, but I'm thinking the rest of them could be yellow squash or even the yellow zucchini. So we'll have to see.
How big you want this zucchini? I got one in here about that long. Think it's too small?
Might be. This one right here, I think may be a little small, but I'm going to go ahead and pick these.
No, he's smaller than that.
Okay, well let's just leave that one then. So I do have another zucchini plant over there.
Yeah, you got 2.
Okay. So those are kind of small. I don't know if I need a knife to pick them with or not.
You actually got 3 zucchini coming on because it's too small.
Now some of these yellow squash.
You got a lot of yellow squash in here, but they're too small to pick.
Yeah, some of these look a little small. I think I'm gonna let these grow on up a little bit. Some of these are a little small.
Yeah, we got one.
Have a couple inside. Let me look in here.
Yeah.
These in here are just too small to pick. Let's see. But when we do have to pick, we're gonna have several at one time. Yeah, these zucchinis over here are coming on, but they're just not quite big enough. They're doing great. I'm just really happy. I mean, I stand on a little dirt hill back here, but they're still pretty tall. They have done really good. Now they do have some pests on the leaves. And they had those little squash bugs, those little stink bugs all over the plants. But we're gonna have a good harvest off of it. And I love having these in the raised beds because they just overflow. They're easy to search and get to. If these were down on the ground, you know, a lot of them could rot by touching the ground. But these up here are just, it's a great way to grow your squash. This is the way they were last year. And I only had like 3 plants last year, and they just took over the whole end. And I don't have that very many plants in here this year. I think there could be 10 plants in this bed. Okay, so, and we ended up with 2 zucchini, and we ended up with, got 3 yellow squash. And then, like I said, I've got about 2 big handfuls of the green beans off of the plants that were not runners. But the ones that are on my trellis haven't made anything yet. So we'll have to, I hope they do better than the ones that were on this side. I'm gonna move the camera over to the onions now.
Why don't you move the camera over to the apple tree you moved? Let me show them the apple.
Okay. Steve wants you to see the apple tree that we moved. But don't look at all the grass and the weeds that are growing 4 foot tall underneath the tree. So let me show you. It's loaded. Okay. I was afraid that this tree wasn't going to bear anything after we moved it, you know, but it was loaded with blooms. And look at all of these apples. I mean, they're small, but let me move the camera in where you can see better. Look at all of those apples up in that tree. They are doing so good. Look at those apples. And Steve wants to walk around to the plum tree. So let's walk around there. This apple tree over here is just as, I want to say it's just as loaded as the other one. Look at these clusters of apples on this tree. Just so beautiful. But my tree looks like it's got some type of disease. They say that that's really contagious, that when it turns the leaves brown like that, and you're supposed to prune out the limbs and cut them off. But I'm not so sure that that didn't happen from the frost we had. Not so sure that but look in there. Look at those clusters of apples. Just full. And yesterday I come out and picked these plums. Look, they're not very big this year, but these plums,
they're so sweet.
There's not a lot up near the top, and a lot of them have fallen off, and I have fed a lot to the chickens. But these are the sweetest plums. These are so good. I need to finish picking the rest of these, and I'm gonna make some jam with these. Look at these. I mean, they're not very big, but they're the sweetest. I don't think there's very many left on it because a lot of them have fallen off. And look how red they are in the center. Oh, they're so sweet.
We eat them. We're gonna make jam now.
I'm gonna get just one.
You get several down here that ain't ripe yet.
Mm-hmm. Here is 5 and we're close to here. I just dropped 2 of them.
I don't think none of them are ready.
Here's some of them above my head.
Oops, got one of them. No. No.
Have you already put it in his mouth?
No.
There's some way up there. Oh, here's some in here. You got a hole in your shirt.
No, they're falling out of the tree.
Huh? There's some up here. I can't reach these though.
Hang on. I gotta do something else.
Go over there and get one of my little baskets.
Working on it.
I wasn't planning on picking these right this second. I was planning on getting over there to the onions. But I guess we're out of order. Ooh. Let's see. Ready there. And, okay. Let's see. That's not good. Now, this plum tray has never made us any plums, okay? Been here for 10 years. We had it over there on the other side. I got this tree from the house that Taylor and Rainey live at now. There was a whole fence row full of them, and I ended up bringing 2 home because, you know, everybody says, well, you need 2 to have everything cross-pollinate. Okay, so one of my trees died, and so I thought, okay, well, it's never going to bear, it's never going to have anything to cross-pollinate with, and I'm not even sure that plums have to cross-pollinate. And if it had to cross-pollinate with another plum, it didn't do it here on this property because this is the only plum tree we have. So, when we moved it from over there to over here, I mean, I cut it back drastically. You can see, because all this is, you know, new growth on the ends, and I cut it back to about half of what it was in height. It has just come out, filled out, and just looks beautiful. And here's one right here. Can you grab that one quick? Right in there. These are soft. I'm gonna put them in there anyway. They're soft. Right up here. I can't reach those either. Let's hold, put my 4 in there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move back in there. I'm gonna probably reach some of those. And there's
Where's
also
the others?
up in here. I can't reach them.
I can't.
Okay, let me go up here on this side and look. If there's any more around there. this is new growth. I don't see any hiding in there. There's some on the other side. There's two. See them up in there? One good head. Get way up in there.
Is this what you're looking at?
I think so.
I only see the one.
There's two in there. Okay, let's go around this one. Up there.
Yeah, there it is. I found it.
Okay. I don't know if there's any more. We just about picked this tree clean. But anyway, there are a few that have fallen off that were already ripe on the ground, and to tell you the truth, I was leaving them because I thought they would get a little bit bigger on the tree, so I wasn't messing with them. And I didn't realize that these plums would be ready. You know, here it is, the 1st of June now, the whole month of May, so we'll have to document that these plums come in May, because I'm so used to the fruit coming in the fall, you know, the apples and stuff. And I would love to get me some cherry trees like I used to have when I was a kid. Down in the bottom, Mama had some beautiful cherry trees. We don't have any, and I'd like to get some seeds or something.
You look ready.
No, they're not ready. They're a little hard. Okay, there's one way up there.
I don't see it. Where you at?
I don't think you can reach it.
Well, see if I can bend the limb down to get it.
It's way up there. But anyway, here's one. Right here, you can probably get it.
Is it on this limb here?
Yeah.
Can you walk around there?
I think so. I'm afraid the puppies are going. There it is. Okay, hit the ground. This thing. No, it didn't hit the ground. This one. Can you bend it? I don't want you to break it.
I don't want to break it either.
Okay. Okay. One more. Okay, I got this one. There's one right there. Okay, I got the tree limb. Can you grab that one?
I don't see it.
Right above your head.
I don't see it, babe.
That little limb, right, the next limb. Oh, right.
This limb?
Nope. You had your hand on the limb.
This limb?
Nope. Yeah, that one. The other one. Come beside it, right here close to me.
Can't see, baby.
Right here. Come around this way. See that plum right there? Okay. Alright. Alright. I think that's going to be it for us. I mean, there's a few big ones up there in the top, but... Okay, that was probably... I don't know. I have to let you see. Not a lot. But, see, not a lot. But, I came out here last night and picked, you know, not a lot either. But, I probably picked about 50. So, and then this is probably another 50. So, might not end up, but like a few, I want to say, that could end up with like 5 half pints. So, that's better than nothing.
Especially plums.
And they're so good though. I think plum is one of my favorite. After eating these plums, I know it's going to be one of my favorite jams. Okay. Now, see, here's another one. Can you try it and see if it's ready? Hang on, just pull it up there. I don't know if it's ready. You may have already checked that one.
This one?
Yeah. It's soft.
It popped loose.
Okay.
Hold on. No, it's still hanging.
Okay, we'll leave it then. It's hard. Okay, well, we'll just have to keep checking back. There's one right there on the end. Is it ready? If it's soft, it will be. Oh, there's one right up there above your head. See that purple one? Right in there? Right here. Yeah, ready. But maybe next year they'll be bigger than this. Maybe next year. But these are so good though.
To the onions.
Okay, to the onions. tell y'all a little secret. You know how I said this has to do with my apple trees. Okay, you know, okay, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You know how I was talking about how the squirrels were getting my apples last year, and I didn't end up with it, like harvesting about, I don't know, about 10 apples off the whole tree all year. And we had this many apples, at least that many, on our tree. And I had a few that was left, a big batch, probably of about, I don't know, 20 or so apples left on the tree. And I was leaving them on there, waiting for them to get riper. But every day I kept going out there and finding, you know, 5, 10 missing off the tree. And come to find out, my neighbor had been taking my apples, and I didn't have a clue that he was coming over here getting those apples off the tree. And I don't mind him getting those apples off the tree if I had, you know, I didn't have plans to can those apples, because the kids were really wanting apple butter last year, because we were down to our last jar, so we did not get any apple butter. And Aunt Peg's apples did not perform last year, so we didn't get any from her tree, because I thought, well, I'll just get them off of my tree. And so either she gave hers away or they just didn't make, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't get apples last year to do apple butter. And then I don't know how we were talking about it, but Stace come in the house and Stace said, you know those apples that you were blaming on the squirrels? Gerald was eating those apples off the tree. So
he said, them apples y'all had last year, they were good.
He said they were really good. I bet they were good, because I ate one apple off that tree. But it was hilarious. But anyway, yes, we're gonna have to harvest our onions, and because I don't want them to rot. But look at those onions, Steve. Look at those onions.
These that are dead.
Yeah, the ones that are leaned over, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the big ones, the great big ones off. And if they're completely not standing, we're gonna just take them off. And now the ones that are still going at it good, like these red ones, I'm gonna leave those, because a majority of the red ones are still standing up, and they still have a little bit of room to grow.
I need a shovel.
So, oh, these are so pretty though. I hate to even pull them, they're doing so good. But these big ones, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them, because like I said, I don't want them to rot out here. Look how huge. Oh my goodness, I'm loving these. But you know how I said that I wasn't gonna braid them up? I probably still am not gonna braid them up, even though a lot of the stems are dead. I may still harvest some of these green stems that are off of these, the ones that I can. But like these are already ready to pull, because they're brown, they're not gonna grow anything out. What'd you say, honey?
What about something like that?
Well,
Leave them?
they're leaning over. I think we should just go ahead and harvest these yellow onions, because I think they're ready. What we'll have to do is take these onions, and we'll have to put these in the tool shed and wrap them up on something so they can dry on out and cure on out. They'll need several weeks to cure. But these are still some good size onions. I'm just so thrilled, just so proud of them.
These two.
I'm gonna go around on the other side. Some of these that are already, like this one that has no green on it at all, we'll have to pull it on the red ones. But if they've got a green stem on them sticking up, I'm gonna let them grow just a little bit longer. And here's for the red ones. It's trying to mist a little rain out here, and I keep taking my glasses off and wiping them because they're fogging up. It's so hot and muggy out here today. And these potatoes, I would love to check and test out these potatoes and see what's growing under them. I'm telling you.
You want to pull that whole row?
I think we should just go ahead and pull the yellow ones. I think we should go ahead and pull them. But I'm gonna leave the red ones. A few of these could have stayed, I guess. They're still a little green, but
We could leave them if you wanted to.
well,
Or this here.
and this one needs it. Okay. I need to tune these back a little bit, I think. This one down here is way under the ground. It needs spooning out, and so does this one. I need something to spoon it out with. I need my spoon.
If it's not,
I don't want to poke it, so. Spoon away some of this dirt. Let them grow.
I think I'm going to take the onions in and come back and get the cabbage and take them in before it starts raining.
Okay. Alright.
I'm going to put this one little red on you with it.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look and see if there's any more red ones that need to be pulled. Let's see. Grass that needs to be pulled. There's one. Right in there. That one needs pulling.
This one.
And this one needs pulling. I wish these were as big as my
White.
yellow or white onions or yellow. I think those are the yellow ones. I wish they were as big as those, but here's one. I'm afraid they're gonna rot. The stem is already getting gushy. Here's one. No. I'm just wondering if I shouldn't go ahead and pull them. What do you think?
I think you leave them with that.
Okay. So we may be coming out at the end of the week and harvesting the rest of these. Just give them a little bit more time. Now, I'm gonna go over here and see what else is going on. See if we've got any okra. Let's just walk over here. I think we have okra, but I don't think it's big enough to mess with. There are some little bitty ones coming on right there and right there. Let's just go in through here and see what's under there. Yeah, there's a whole stalk right there too. But they're little, and these plants are not through growing. There, got a few under there. Oh, let's check out the cucumbers. I haven't been checking them. I probably need to. Let's just see what's under here. I should have trellised these on up more, up that trellis, but I wanted them to have room to grow instead of being so congested. Now there's little ones on here, and they are loaded with blooms, but I'm not sure. I picked one the other day that was about, I don't know, about 4 inches long, 4 to 5 inches. And so me and Millie try that. There's a bunch of little ones that are about this long under there. I'm hoping to find a couple of ones that I can snack on. Whew. Mosquitoes. Let me go around to the other side. Steve, we got okra, but they're about this long.
They're still too small.
Too small to pick. Just now starting to okra up.
I mean, they'll be ready in a day or two.
No.
You know how they get fast.
Yeah.
So fast.
Oh my goodness, these are loaded. When these pickles become ready, they're gonna happen all at one time because these are loaded with blooms. I can't believe that I found one the other day that big, and none of these, you know, have. There's no more that are that size in here. They're just full of blooms. Well, I looked. Anyway. Well, no cucumbers. Now let's, okay, look at this. I mean, they just keep growing and just loaded and loaded full of blooms. These are the 100s, sweet 100s. Now I'm not sure about this plant. The tag is up under there. And our beans are starting to get some little blooms. Those are so pretty, little blooms. And our tomatoes, look at these. These are up over the trellis now. I'm gonna raise the camera up. I mean, just growing, except for down that end. They're not quite as tall as these on this end. But they're doing great. And these are coming along, the ones I have staked up. And I thought, oh, they're not going to get over the tops of my stakes. But they're over the tops. But I haven't come back in and tied them up again because I don't want to break them off and I don't want them to get me all green and itchy. So I'm just letting them stand up on their own. And these are coming over the edge because I haven't gotten up here and, you know, I'd have to get on a ladder to tie them up anymore. And look at there, these little puppies. Okay, 2 need a new home. So if you want a curly, long-haired, toy-sized cockapoo, and look how cute he is, he needs a good home. This is Hank, and he is the one I thought Eli was keeping, but he's not keeping Hank. He's keeping Bean, and Bean looks more like a poodle. He has a little pointed nose, and Bean is not as, he is not as curly.
That's Harley.
That's Harley. That's the little,
Come on.
one we're keeping.
Come here. Come on. Come here. This is
And this one is Argo. He is the next one that needs a new home, and he is precious. He's gonna be curly like a poodle, and he's gonna be really curly, and he's gonna be medium size. He's probably gonna be about the size of his mama. She's a toy size, or maybe just a little smaller. And which Hank, I believe Hank is gonna be more Cocker Spaniel size because he's kind of taking on the looks of a Cocker, and he's really smart.
Oh, he's smart.
He wants to hang out with us. But now we have already gotten our 2 kennels, started the kennel training them, and they're coming along. I guess it's time for me to go ahead and cut this video. We have harvested a lot of things in the garden. We have harvested our cabbage, our zucchini, our yellow squash, half of our onions, and we have not gotten anything as far as our cucumbers yet or our okra, but we did get about 2 cups of dilly beans and some unexpected. I wasn't expecting to go over there and pick all my plums today, but I'm glad we did. So now we can get a video out on doing the plum jam. So come on over to my other channel, The Farmer's Kitchen with Tina Laster, and we'll see what else we're going to be doing on that show, because I'm going to get that jam started this week and let you see me canning up that jam, and that's going to be great. And I can't wait to taste that jam because I know it's going to be sweet and good. And anyway, also I'm still working on that gift basket because there's some things I'm waiting on to go in it. But I do have the 2 puppies that are available, so send me a message if you're local through my YouTube channel or through my Facebook page and saying, yes, I'd like to have one of your puppies, because I'm not going to sell them. I've decided to give them away to my friends. So I've got 2 that need to find new homes like pronto. So if you're interested, just text me and say, hey, I want one of your male puppies. I have 2 males left. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it so much if you subscribe and follow along with us, because it would sure help my channel. I know I have a lot of you that are watching my channel for maybe the first time, and some of you keep coming back and watching and you haven't subscribed yet. Please consider subscribing to my channel. It would help me out so much. I need to grow my channel out, and that needs your subscription to do that. It is free, and I appreciate you so much for joining along with us. And like I said, don't forget to check out my other channel, Tina Laster, but it's the Farmer's Kitchen / Tina Laster. So God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you back here at Laster Farm. Bye.